Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? This is another video response to a tag by iRepaSavior, and Red also asked us to do top 10 dislikes. So what I'm going to do is a little twist on the tag, and I'm going to make it my top 10 relationship dislikes. And I got a lot to say because y'all know I love to talk about relationships. So let's get started. One of my top 10, and they're in no particular order again. One of my top 10 relationship dislikes is I dislike when a woman says that she doesn't want a relationship when she does. Now, if you don't want a relationship, that's a total different thing. But when she knows in her heart she really does want a relationship, ladies, admitting and saying out loud that you want a relationship, a good relationship, does not make you look unattractive, does not make you look pathetic, does not make you look needy. Remember, words are powerful. So don't send that out if you really do want a relationship. Number 2 dislike. I dislike when men play with women's emotions and vulnerabilities. But women, however, it is our responsibility to protect that little girl in us. All of us have a little girl in us. The men, they have a little boy in us. And that little girl is delicate and vulnerable. And she's looking to you to protect her. So it is our responsibility. It's our adult responsibility to protect the little girl in us. But I hate, dislike, abhor when men take advantage of that desire in us to have a relationship. Number 3 dislike. I dislike in a relationship when we are so stubborn and selfish and self-centered that we think it's my way or the highway. I mean, yes, it's good to have standards. Standards are a requirement to have. However, but to treat relationship like it's Burger King, have it your way, relationship is compromise. Number 4 dislike. I really dislike when people get into a relationship and totally lose themselves in that relationship. Women stop hanging out with their girls. They stop hanging out with their family. They can't do anything else but be totally consumed by that man in that relationship. Or the men, they stop going to work out. They stop going to play basketball or pool or whatever their favorite pastime is because the woman tripping or clingy or won't let them. Conversely, number 5, I really hate or dislike when people are in a relationship but it's like they totally don't consider the other, or you don't even realize they're in a relationship. They don't appear to be in a relationship. They don't seem to have any cohesiveness or like there's no love in the relationship. I know of a couple, and I am not exaggerating. They got together in middle school. So how old are we in middle school? About 12, 13 years old. They've been married. They've been together for, I would say, at least that got to be about 30 years. And I know these people well. I know them really, really well. In 30 years, I have seen them in the vicinity of each other. In the vicinity, meaning the same building or the same event, maybe 3-4 times. I have never once seen them stand beside each other. I've never once seen them touch each other, embrace each other, talk to each other, laugh with each other. I mean, they've been together 30 years. They've got, I don't know, 3-4 kids, 5 kids, grandkids, so they connecting somewhere in there. My number 6 relationship dislike. I dislike a henpecked man. Okay, let me explain the word henpeck for those of you who don't know, because I don't know, maybe that might just be the African American vernacular. So that's what I grew up hearing about, the henpecked man. That means a man who allows a woman to dictate to him his every move, who he can see, who he can talk to, where he can go, what he can do with his own paycheck, when he can visit his family. I cannot stand, I dislike, I abhor a spineless man. Now, don't get me wrong, my husband will say I have much opinion, and I express my opinion a lot to him. But sometimes he takes it, and sometimes he doesn't. And I appreciate that, because I would not be attracted to him letting me just run all over him. I really dislike when a woman shows out or embarrasses a man in public. I hate that. I hate when a woman does that. But what I dislike even more so is a man that allows it. Again, spineless. Number 8, dislike. I dislike when a woman or a man who ain't got nothing but has totally unreasonable expectation of what they want in a mate. I mean, you want a man with good credit, driving a Benz, owns his own house, who looks like a 8, a 9, or 10 on the Richter good looking scale. But your weave need tightening. It's 6, 7 months old. Your credit is shot. You asking, do you want paper or plastic? You catching the bus to get your GED. Now, honey, ain't nothing wrong with starting there. Ain't nothing wrong with starting at paper or plastic. Ain't nothing wrong with catching the bus to get your GED. But you got to date within your range. You got to have reasonable expectation and look for someone within your range. I mean, you can suggest a nice young man to a young lady, and she turned her nose up. He too black. He got a little belly. He too short. He live with his mama. I mean, like, again, it's awesome to have standards and requirements. But now just make sure you are within the same range of what you're asking for or what you are requiring. I'm just saying. Number 9, I hate dishonesty in a relationship. If you have a problem in your relationship, and talk about it. Talk about it first. If you need your woman to be sexier, talk about it with her. If you need your woman to slim down, talk about it with her. If you think your woman is too bony and you need her to gain some weight, talk about it with her. If you think your man doesn't have the hygiene that you want him to have, talk about it with him. If you think your man's belly is getting too big, talk about it with him. Have a conversation about what you like, what you don't like, what you expect. But just being dishonest, pretending that everything's okay while you stepping out on the side, no integrity. I dislike dishonesty and no integrity in a relationship. And give that person a chance to change, or to decide if they don't want to change, and then make your decision from there. But don't be dishonest. God don't like ugly. 10 and last dislike in a relationship. Relationships that ain't really a relationship. I mean, y'all fussing all the time, y'all fighting all the time, you don't get along. He calls you only after 10 p.m. She calls you only when her bill is due. It's like, get a clue, people. This is not a real relationship. But yet, you're holding on to a relationship. Why? You're holding on to what appears to be a relationship. Why? Because several reasons. Number 1, Mama, Nim, and Big Mama done taught you that a piece of man is better than no man at all. And Lord bless their heart, they taught what they knew. But listen, a piece of man is not better than no man at all. You want a real man, a whole man, a loving man, or no man at all. And then secondly, we hold on to these relationships because loneliness hurts. Loneliness is sad. loneliness is hard. So, and believe me, I know that. Been there, done that. Did not get married till I was 38. But sacrificing your self-worth, your dignity, because you don't want to be alone, it's not worth it. Okay? These have been my 10 relationship dislikes. Y'all talk to me. Let's have a discussion. Y'all know I love talking about relationships. Y'all be blessed.